Wow, it's a Friday. We're getting into the second half of March now. I really need this Friday though. We have this schedule at work where we do 980s. We work 9-hour days, 9 days out of 2 weeks, and then we get a Friday off is typically how it works. And normally that just turns into flex room for doctor's appointments or the kids being sick or something like that. But this Friday, we actually get to take it. So we drop the kids off. And one of my friends is actually coming over a little bit later today because she doesn't work until this evening. So I'm going to try and get some writing in, and then I'm going to play the new Sims game. Everything's gotten really crazy for me at work, so like a lot of my mental energy has been going towards dealing with all of that, and coming home and trying to do revisions has not been really working for me. So I've just sort of given myself the flexibility this last week to just sort of veg a little bit. I want to get a little bit of writing in. I think my friend's coming over in 3 hours, so I don't know if I'm going to write that whole time, but I'm going to try and get at least a little writing in, or revisions in, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Alright, hello, it is Saturday. Let me turn the sound on this off. I have mostly been playing The Sims. I got a bit of editing in yesterday. I think I showed you the update. I did a chapter of revisions, and I want to do more this weekend. I'm definitely not going to hit my goal of finishing this revisions by the end of the month, but I also think that this revision is combining a lot of the revisions from the next one, so like I think my next revision is going to be shorter, so we'll see. But I also just think that it's been absolutely crazy at work lately, and it's just been kind of exhausting, and I don't think that my brain has had the energy to do too much like revisions. And I found that when I get to the end of revising a chapter, I kind of get stuck and I don't want to start the next chapter. It's different with drafting, because I think like drafting right now, it's been taking me about 3 hours to draft a scene. So I'm normally not finishing a scene, and there's normally an easy like transition where, oh, like I can prep for the next scene and I don't have to actually write it, like copy my notes over, kind of outline the scene, and then if I'm then inspired to keep writing, I can. So like that worked easier for me, but like with revising a scene only taking an hour, and then getting stuck and not wanting to keep revising, it's been definitely hurting my productivity a lot. So I may need to think about that if I want to like combine it with other activities that I do an hour and then do something else, but I don't know yet. But I'm closing my computer down because I have to leave in like 45 minutes to go meet up with my friend who was the one here yesterday that came over to play Sims with me. And we're going to a piercing salon. So I will show you what's happening when I get back. I'm very excited about it. We'll chat a little bit later and figure out what we're going to be doing in this vlog.
Pretty.
I know. Hello. So it is Sunday now, Sunday evening actually, and I have done a little bit of stuff. So I revised a chapter last night. So that's chapter 9. My Blood Magic book, and then I've done a lot of prep looking at quarter 2 for my HB90 stuff, and that's been going pretty good. I'll do like an actual video on it, but I think that I've learned a lot and I'm adapting a lot of things, and planning it in general is taking way less time, and I think it's gonna make a lot more sense. One of the things that I've realized is that I'm not gonna quite be able to get done everything I wanted to get done because I've lost some time. And a lot of that is due to the kids being sick as much as they were, me being sick as much as I was. You know, there's other things that cropped up, etc. So it was just a rough month. It looks like I got maybe 2/3 to 3/5 of the number of task blocks that I was expecting. But I've realized that I won't be able to get quite everything done. I can still, I think, get ready to query. So finish this round of revisions, do another like line edit pass, and then continue drafting my Magic Forge project. There are a couple sacrifices that I think I'm gonna have to make, mainly in not working on world building guide videos unless I end up having extra time. So if like, I don't know, I mostly don't account for my off Fridays. So like if I decide I want to use one of my off Fridays, which I only have a few, but if I decide I want to use one of those for making a video, I could do that. But otherwise, I'm only going to sort of get started on finishing the first draft. So that will kind of push into the next quarter, which won't be the end of the world. But I've been spending some time doing this, which, you know, I'm happy that I'm doing it, but it's a little, you know, that reality check of how much time do I have? How much time will my goals take? And trying to be realistic, which is a goal. We're gonna get there, and it'll be really nice, but until we get there, the reality checks are hard, but yes. What was I gonna... Oh yeah, so I mentioned that I was going to do something with my friends, so we actually went to a piercing salon. So I don't know if you can see, I'm looking in the little like screen thing, but I had them re-pierce my second hole here, and then it looks kind of weird right now, but I got like, let's see, 2 little piercings up here, and eventually I want to put these really thin little like rose gold like hoops here in the helix part, so it'll be like hoop hoop, and they are further apart than they look right now because they're all swollen and like squished together, and these are kind of big, but eventually it'll just be like 2 little hoops there and it'll be really cute. So I'm excited. It'll take forever to heal though. My timer, excuse me, but yes, so I'm going to continue working on this. I'm going to try and get a little bit of revisions done tonight, maybe, depending on how my back is feeling. If I get done this and my back isn't feeling okay, I might either go like lay on a heating pad or something. I'm not sure. It's been a bad back day, but I've been having a pretty good weekend. In general, I think I'm prepped for next week. Their snacks are put together for their lunches. All their clothes are put together. I did all the laundry. There's just a few things still in the washer and dryer that are going to need to be moved through that, you know, I'm not going to get to. My husband got a ton of cleaning stuff done. We just did a lot. I had a lot of Sims time. I spent a lot of time with my friend, which was really nice. I don't know. I'm having a good time, but I don't even know. This has been like a weird vlog. I feel like I've just been all over the place, but that's okay. Yes, okay, later. So I got off work and I have had a little bit of a realization, and I think part of this has to do with me looking back at how I did in quarter one and how I didn't like do as much as I thought I would, especially in like the second half when I switched to revisions. And I thought most of this was due to like working on revisions and having trouble like getting into those and being as productive as those and getting as much done in an evening. But something I've also realized is that I also just have a lot going on at work, and I wake up at 7. Between 7, no wait, no, I wake up at 6. I wake up at 6, yeah. Between 6 and I guess 5:30, normally on a day, I've spent, I've gotten up, I've gotten the kids up, I've gotten the kids ready, I've gotten myself ready, I've taken the kids to daycare, I've driven the rest of the way to work, I work 9 hours, I drive home, I watch the kids when my husband cooks, we watch the kids together, we put them to bed, and at that point it's, 7:30. And so that's, 13 and a half hours after I woke up, I guess, and sometimes it's not until like 8 that the kids are actually like asleep, so like, 14 hours, I think. 6 to, like maybe 14 hours. And I have very few breaks in there. And I remember someone mentioning to me that like in a normal person's day of work, like 8 hours, they're normally productive for maybe like 6.5 of those hours, and then the other hour and a half is like chatting with people or like getting coffee or, getting their lunch or going to the bathroom or chatting, whatever. And I'm really productive. I don't take a lot of breaks. I don't take any breaks is probably the more realistic way to put it. Like minimal. If I have stuff to do, I do it. And I have like, I don't know, a reputation. I've been applauded for how productive I am and how quickly I get stuff done and how much I get done. But at the same time, like, I don't know if I really need to be that productive, and I'm just thinking that maybe it would benefit me at some point to try and chill a little bit more, because like I'm so exhausted when I get home. And the last couple of months, like I've had so much going on at work that I'm just like pushing myself even harder, and I think that I'm really just like burning myself out on a day-to-day basis to where I get home and like right now, I'm so exhausted. I just want to lay on my bed and like stare at the ceiling. Like, I'm just mentally exhausted. It's not like I'm sad or I'm depressed or I'm like, I want to sleep. I'm just like, my brain is done thinking today and it wants a break. Which, like, fair, I get it. But that doesn't really work when I also want to spend like 2 hours every night doing writing stuff or, YouTube stuff. Like, I think that's why I've been having such a hard time getting stuff done lately, is just because I'm just so tired and exhausted. And I'm going to think about that a bit. Not talk about work while I heat up my breakfast for 2 minutes. Like a 2-minute break. What? I don't know. I'm going to be thinking about that a bit. But I just wanted to check in and share my new epiphany later. Hello, this is probably a really weird angle, but I'm about to do a few exercises and get, some cycling in for tonight. I just spent the last 2 hours editing a video, but I did an experiment today. And I guess technically for you, it's the next day. I filmed a clip in the car when I was on my way home yesterday, but it's the next day, and I did an experiment today where I tried really hard to be more intentional about giving myself a little bit of breather room. I tried to it wasn't even that I gave myself break time. I just took some time to like chill my brain out and remind myself that I don't need to like go so absolutely crazy. I can just like chill a little bit and just like clear my brain, stop stressing, stop, whatever. I still need to work on actually like taking more restful time, like, I don't know, like just so that I don't completely overwhelm my brain. But I think a lot of it is just like the stress of like stressing myself out, and I just need to not do that. But today went pretty well, all things considered. Like, it was a weird schedule day. I ended up working like 9.7 hours today, which way too much. And I came home and I told my husband that I was like, you know what, my brain is kind of stressed. I'm feeling kind of, you know, at that point in the day, it's been a long day. I took a shower. I was able to get through, you know, bedtime in the evening and everything, and I'm feeling pretty good. So I think I've learned a lesson during this vlog that I'm hoping I can, you know, utilize in the future. I think this ties into a lot of the talks about like toxic productivity and all that and everything, but yeah, revisions are chugging along. I'm gonna film a video at some point this week talking about my plans for Q2, which I'm actually pretty excited about. I have a lot of really good ideas for how to kind of do it all a little bit better for me, which I will share in the next video. But for now, I'm gonna go do my exercises, carry on, and I'll see you next time.